Shalom, where the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of Esau, two-thirds of our people, and the other nations. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and to the brothers out there that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so. And basically, this Kanasala from GMS Chicago, Salakia. Basically, it was on my spirit to do this, and also it was, if I recall, it was a order. You know what I'm saying? That basically, at least do something on the RFID chip. You know what I'm saying? Every week, because the thing is, that's what we're supposed to do as men of the Lord, is to prophesy. As prophets, we gotta prophesy, tell the people what's coming down before it happens. You know. So that's one of the things that's going to be coming down, man. The pipe, it's already here. It's just haven't went in full effect. You know what I'm saying? You see like little stuff here and there, like, one place, certain places may not have it where they accept cash, you know, and everything. They have this thing now about the Bitcoin that's getting bigger. They're trying to move everything to digital. You know what I'm saying? So they can implement the chip full fledged. You know what I'm saying? A lot easier. You know. So let's get into it. Let's see. This is is Bitcoin leading to a cashless society? It says predictions by financial, and this came out December 4th, 2017. Yeah. It said predictions by financial and technology experts tell us our world is headed for a cashless society. Yeah, they doing that so they can implement the chip a lot easier, you know. And that's not for our benefit. There might be merit to the claim, but we probably won't know until it may be too late. The signs are generally pointing in that general direction, however, so it would be a smart idea to stay informed about the developments. RFID tags were the first signal. After RFID tags were introduced as a convenient way to keep track of pets, it seemed like a reasonable move. When someone brings a lost dog to the vet, if the owner can't be found, the animal gets sent to a shelter. If the dog has been microchipped, it could be reunited with its owner fairly easily, but then people began to tag their children and even themselves, which raised some concerns. Those red flags were subsequently validated when RFID tags became mandatory for employees. Cincinnati's video surveillance company, CityWatcher.com. Since then, RFID tags have been pushed as an easy way to manage one's finances. The suggestion has been made that an implant in your body may make your physical bank card super superfluous someday. And the thing is that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put chips in you and all this other stuff, trying to make it seem like, oh, it's a great idea. You could do this, you could do that. You don't have to worry about this or that. If you get in an accident, you don't have to worry about, you know, uh, um, giving, your blood type and who you are and stuff. People have that information already, trying to, code it up to being good and stuff like that. But the Most High said in the scriptures that if you take this, man, you're done. You guarantee you literally got the golden ticket to getting destroyed. You know. Let's see. Slovakia, give me a sec. Okay. So it says the idea would be to implant everyone with an RFID chip that not only serves as a locator but also connects you to your individual bank account wirelessly. If you don't pay your taxes or behave responsibly, access to your funds may simply be shut off. Let's see. And and the thing is that no, that's the thing that they want to do. They want to implant everybody, man. That's their whole thing. They want to tag you like cattle, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The devil, you know what I'm saying, which is the so-called white man, who is Esau, Edom, you know what I'm saying. He only has but a short time, and the devil comes to what? Kill, steal, and destroy. One nation of people has literally killed, steal, and destroy on a high scale, and that's Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You know, Slovakia. Um, so that's Esau, Edom. You know, and they're the ones that been doing that, man. And he knows that he has a short time. You know, so he gonna turn off real quick. You know, because all this other stuff that he's doing is not working. Let's see. Now it says the second signal, cash is becoming scarce and restricted. Many people assume the Federal Reserve is printing money as if it's going out of style. The truth is, it's not really printing money, but doing something potentially more risky. The Fed has been allocating $4 trillion to support investment areas and economy sapping ideas, which some experts have asserted is blocking a true economic recovery regardless what the agency is doing. Some have noticed it's becoming increasingly difficult to use cash in our society. For example, banks like JP Morgan Chase no longer allow cash deposits unless the person seeking to make the deposit has a Chase account in good standing. If your friend overdraws his account by $20, you can't assist him with the cash infusion unless you have a Chase account as well. Okay, so they making things more difficult, man, to make you like forcing you to lean towards that whole cashless mindset. They want to mentally prepare you for that, is to make it easy for you to accept it, man. You know, but like ain't gonna take that, man. Ain't gonna take that shit. And it says, and if your account is in the negative numbers, you must make up the defense deficit. Make up the deficit before you will be allowed to deposit funds on behalf of your friend. Though it's not yet illegal to possess cash, it's almost as if we're headed in that direction. Banks are being instructed to file a suspicious activity report when a customer withdraws $5,000 or more from her, uh, from their basically, from their own account. The Combating Money Laundering, Terrorist Financing, and Counterfeiting Act of 2017 has inspired even greater concern. According to this bill, it's illegal to possess more than $10,000 in unregistered assets of any kind, including cash, Bitcoin, bonds, and even prepaid phones and gift cards. If you don't fill out a form to report your assets to the government, the authorities can take everything you own, even if your assets were obtained legally. So it lets you know that You don't own nothing, man. You don't own shit, man. They can take your money, they can take your house, they can take anything, man. This is Babylon. This is Egypt, man. You know. And so basically, if you own 10 G's or more, and G's is grand, for people that don't know, you $10,000 or more, and you don't report it, then they can take your stuff. Ain't that something? The one thing all the signs have in common is that, in some level, each was presented initially as a useful idea, and the public accepted it in some form. For example, microchipping pets was accepted and evolved from there. Such examples are reasonably obvious to the average person, though. A greater worry is when the signs aren't obvious. One that seems to have slipped below the radar is the rapidly growing popularity of Bitcoin. Profit potential aside, Bitcoin is the embodiment of the cashless society predicted by those who sought to warn citizens for years. How do we know that Bitcoin is similar to cyber currencies are not being activated to persuade us willingly to accept the final step to moving to a cashless society? The only way to stay on top of coming developments is to pay attention to the cycles. Everything moves in a cycle, and Bitcoin is no exception. First, it was largely unknown. Now it's being embraced in certain circles. Next, it could become mandatory for particular types of transaction. It looks as if Visa may already be on that. Let's see. Our lives work in harmony with cycles and rhythms. Every facet of our lives is governed by specific and reliable cycles of rhythms. Food grows in a cycle when it's eaten. The body breaks down food in a cycle. For instance, your circadian rhythm. I don't know what that is. So like, yeah, the cycle that governs the biology of sleep adapts to natural fluctuations of available light. Natural sunlight is essential for producing vitamin D3. I'm gonna just keep going. Hold on, skip down. Let's see. The more Similarly, the more we are exposed to mechanisms of control that are implemented in cycles, the more we're likely to adapt to those limitations as the new normal. Bitcoin may be the latest and most influential, and there's no denying its usefulness for now. The question is whether or not it may take an unexpected sharp turn in another direction. Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to hit some scriptures or script. This is basically a dead on point script. You know what I'm saying? That proves, one, the scripture is true, and that this is a prophecy that's going to happen, man. It says, this is Revelation 13:16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and basically, just if you set the RFID chip in your body in general, man, and that mark goes back to charagma, man. It's basically an incision, you know. It's a in that no, and so it doesn't matter if you get in your butt cheeks, whatever, man. You gonna get destroyed. Period. It said, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. So the thing is, if you take this, man, that's a done deal. Period, man. And you guaranteed to be destroyed, man. And what does that sound like? That sound like the RFID chip, man. Period. You know. God. So you know the scripture is really true. You know, and that's the thing that's coming down the line, man. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the 12 tribes of Israel. You are Hebrew Israelite, man. And and these, Esau, they want to see you destroyed, man. They hate you. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to think about everybody else, man, and come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and these scriptures and the truth, how it's supposed to be taught. You know what I'm saying? Which the GMS, Great Millstone, have the 100% truth, man. Period. So I hope this was edifying. You know, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the brothers out there preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity, and risking their lives to do so. And to the hopeful elect, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully I'm part of the 144,000. Shalom.